your time. It is a nice proposal, and I am encouraged to hear that. You are always thinking of how to improve the program of your St. Louis temple. We should always be thinking of how to spread this Sankirtan movement by applying our basic principles according to time and place. And I especially want that my students enter into the schools and colleges, present our Krishna philosophy, and sell our books. So you may, in consultation with Brihashpati Das and other temple officers. What says, not temple devotees. She said, such questions arise in future, do not hesitate to refer all matters of temple management to your GBC General Secretary, Das, for his help. I have appointed GBC body to relieve me from the burden of administration, so I may concentrate on my writing and translation of books. Regarding your second point, I am pleased to hear that you are concerned for the development of your neophyte godbrothers and god sisters. So just try to help them by giving them Krishna consciousness, and the best way to do this is, for example, by being very enthusiastic to do anything and everything to please Krishna. Even we may have a make sacrifice. So, over this so expert teacher, he said, best preaching by your behavior, in enthusiastic to do anything and everything to please Krishna. That is the best preaching. What are that? Follow the regulative and be ready to tolerate all kinds of and disappointments. The difference between a devotee and a non-devotee is this: like the bee and the fly. The bee always is attracted by the honey, and flies go to the open shores. In a garden, honey and you can fly, where will go? So, the devotee is only attracted by the good qualities in other people and does not see their faults. He is friend to everyone, and in this way, he finds his life sublime. Of course, we are not our. So sometimes there may be something, and we may lose our enthusiasm to do something. But these things come and go, and you should not bother very much with them. Be attached to Krishna and try always to think how to please him. And he will personally rescue his devotee from all kinds of unfavorable situations. Even we may not like to do the work. If we work very hard for Krishna, soon we lose our attachment and become satisfied just to serve Krishna. And as long as at least 16 offenseless rounds being chanted, now it for certain that our anxieties will disappear very soon. Regarding deity worship, the standard of deity worship must be kept very high in all our ISKCON centers. There should be no question of decrease. Only how to increase in the quality and opulence of our orchan offerings. To supervise essential Krishna conscious activity requires a very person. One who can remember everything and be very conscientious. Prepare everything nicely. Be like that. If you are very much at to pujari work, then you should be given opportunity someone of our ISKCON temples to practice. For that, you consult with the officers and you have been my student for some time, and I consider that you are one of the big men assisting me in this vast work. So I am naturally concerned for your well-being. I want that you should give up this idea of outside living and working and regard it only as a trick of mine. I need such a strong man as yourself to stick with me and go back to home, back to body. If you have no other engagement, I would be greatly pleased if you could take up this work of selling my books and literatures everywhere, as many as possible. I hope this meets you in good health. Your ever will share A.C. Bhakti Swami. Yeah. You're not here?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Should I wait, Maharaj?
Yeah. Bhakti, you are here? Yeah.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes.
Yeah, you should.
Letter to Hiranyagarbha, Delhi, 22nd November 1971. My dear Hiranyagarbha Das, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter of November 7, 1971, and I am very pleased to note that we have now got our center in Ottawa, Canada. I understand that Ottawa is the seat of government and a very important place. A few days back, the Canadian High Commissioner to India, Mr. James George, came to our festival, which we are holding every night for 2 weeks in the central square of Delhi as the special guest for that night. He garlanded me and spoke many nice words about our movement, which he has observed for some time in Montreal and Boston. He is very favorable to our movement. It appears that more and more the gentleman class of men in your country is respecting this Krishna consciousness movement. So you should approach them one by one and convince them very tactfully to help us. A man is known by his notions and by his words, but sometimes it may appear that he is doing something, but he may be thinking something else. So a man is really known when he speaks, then everything is revealed. So if this Mayavadi sannyasi does not speak, then he can fool everyone. But if you force him to speak, he will expose himself. Therefore, he is silent. Even he remains silent, we shall speak very loudly and expose these bogus men. Let our philosophy be challenged by anyone, and we shall defeat them. I want that you distribute our books very widely, as many as possible. Then people will get the right information. We show people by the results. So many centers, happy devotees, big books, strong conviction, like that. Let people judge who is better by the results. As far as your marriage, I have no objection if you marry in a civil wedding. But so far, a Krishna consciousness wedding, there is no question until the girl has been initiated.
Wow.
I hope this.
No question until the girl has. Are you following this? But so far as Krishna, there is no question until the girl has been initiated. Wow. Very powerful point.
I hope this meets you in good health and cheerful mood. Your ever well wisher, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Maharaj, what does it mean about this instruction that the girl should first be initiated, then only we should marry her?
Maybe, like in which circumstances, maybe he's going to get married some non-devotee girl, how will continue his spiritual life. Maybe with that context
Hmm.
purpose. You want to get married, marry a devotee girl. Point is that.
Okay.
Ram-
Maharaj. Letter to Sri Galim, Bombay, 17 December 1971. My dear Sri Galim, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter of December 4, 1971, along with the several pages of poetry from all the nice devotees at Austin Temple. I thank you all very much for your kind sentiments. I am very glad to accept Bill Walsh, Sue Walsh, and Hayden Larson upon your recommendation as my duly initiated disciples. I am also replying them herewith. I am sending 3 sets of beads duly chanted by me under separate post. Now it is in your hands to give them all good guidance how to perfect their lives in Krishna consciousness. I am so happy to learn that your routine work is going on very nicely there under your direction. There is no real need of our own temple as long as the routine work is going on. But because people require a place to sit down comfortably and chant, then we must do the needful and accommodate them in the style they are accustomed. So, if there is some nice place in the future, you may take it on rent and open it to the public. Meanwhile, your school and other programs are very good. As long as preaching work is going on, somehow or other, that is first class program. One thing, you say that literature distribution is low. Actually, the test of the strength of our preaching work is that we sell many books and magazines. So, what is the difficulty? Simply preach very sincerely to anyone and everyone and go on in this way, preaching more and more, and the book and the demands for our books will increase. So, for the So far, the impersonalist rascal, you may simply challenge him by asking, "What is your philosophy?" It is not very difficult to defeat these persons because they haven't got any substance, simply big words. But we have got our books, Bhagavad Gita. If you engage him in public debate, politely handle his statements with a cool head and reply from the authority of our books. That's all. Krishna will give you all help to expose his lack of knowledge and his faulty understanding. I hope this meet you in good health and lively mood. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Letter to Chavan, Bombay, 26th December 1970. Chavan. Please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter of December 9, 1971, along with travel balance. Thank you very much. I am very pleased to hear that the American boys are becoming serious devotees. That is the proof of your preaching work. It touchstone and turn to gold. So go on very vigorously in the traveling, preaching, selling our books and magazines, distributing prasadam like that. As long as we keep ourselves pure for preaching, then we shall have all good results. Of that, there is no doubt. One thing, make certain that your routine work is going on nicely. Is the routine work? Chanting songs, rising early, cleansing, street sankirtan, etc. Then all other programs will be successful. If routine work becomes slack or neglected, then all other attempts will fail. We should always to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by following very strictly the routine work of devotional service, and then we shall qualify to associate with the Lord by becoming very pure. And that's our real happiness. Know it for certain. Brahmananda has telephoned that he has got the American ambassador and the Indian High Commissioner to come to our festival in Nairobi. That is very nice proposal. Now, if you can convince the president, Mr. Jomo Kenyatta, also, then I shall also consent to come for a few days to meet him. If I meet him, it will be very nice. So, in that way, and if you send me 2 tickets round trip from Bombay, then I shall come when you call. Your travel balance is very nice. I am pleased to see that you are making many life members also. I think that you send a list of our Africa members to Tamal Krishna in Bombay. That will be impressive for making more members here also. We are now trying to get one very suitable house here for our India headquarters. The cost is rupees lakhs, and it is located in a very rich quarter of the city, with many aristocratic houses nearby. My students hear that if they simply make 2 life members in India daily, then I shall do all the rest so far, other arrangements and plans. Similarly, if you go on members regularly, as many as possible, then all good results in Africa also. So far books are concerned, it appears that it will be difficult to bring books there from other places due to financial reasons of the government. So whatever they will allow you to send, you may send to book fund and receive that amount of books. Try to get big books, especially for our life members by persuading the government to allow us. For other books, we can print in Nairobi. Through that, Mr. Patel, who owns a very modern press facility. Distribution of books and magazines is our most important activity. Our preaching has no solid basis. Especially the Africans want our books. So Karandar is in Tokyo now, supervising the printing of many books, including the Krishna book, paperback size, which I am especially printing for the Africans. We are printing 50 copies, each volume in 3 volumes. Those days, 50,000 copies of each volume or in 3 or 1 lakh books total. So you may order as many as possible by paying deepen and ordering from Karanda. If I meet Mr. Kannatta, I shall be able to request him to allow us more books. As for Ramananda's request for Gorgum, come there. He is too much needed here in India for the present moment, but you can see if someone can be sent there to help. I hope this will meet you and all the others in good health. I hope this will meet you and all the others in good health and cheerful mood. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhakti.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, in this letter, Prabhupada was mentioning about trial balance. What is trial balance?
What is the question?
In this letter, Prabhupada was mentioning about trial balance. What is trial balance, Maharaj?
Trial balance is account. Trial balance is accounting department. Balance sheet account. This is language of accounting person. Trial balance means audit report. You can understand. Okay, Vamshi, there you go.
Letter to Yogeshwara, Bombay, 28 December 1971. My dear Yogeshwara, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge your letter of 17 December 1971, along with copies of your advertising work, slides, and Dutch BTG. I am very pleased to see that the foreign literature is being produced nicely under your enthusiastic supervision. Just try to increase more and more our output of such books and magazines in many languages. Otherwise, how will preaching go on in these places? Though we have been settled in European countries for many years now, only now you are printing the first book in French language. and there is only one book done in German language. So the record has not been good. Therefore, our preaching work in these countries has not been going very well. And I think now things are not going too well in France and Germany centers. So if somehow or other you can produce profuse books for these places, spend your all time translating, organizing, printing and distributing such books in foreign languages, then I think you will be able to improve the situation there. If there are amply books, everything else will succeed. Practically, our society is built on books. One book is not very impressive. Still, a blind uncle is better than no uncle at all. So it is very nice that one book has appeared and that BTG is appearing at least several issues in other languages. But now try to produce at least 4 or 5 new books per year in several languages, plus regularly BTG every month. That will be your success. You are very sincere and hard-working boy. Now just take good direction from your senior god brothers and apply yourself fully to this very great responsibility of producing numerous books in foreign languages. I don't think there is need to divert your attention by producing advertising. I have seen your advertisements as shown to me by Syam Sundar, and I think you have made the thing less important. This kind of ad is not good. It is not grave. Our process is to show Krishna consciousness as it is, not as others want to see it. By showing Krishna consciousness in this way, you are making the things less important. It is not that we should change to accommodate the public, but that we should change the public to accommodate us.
Very
Better you devote. Yes, Maharaj.
is to accommodate the public. We should change ourselves to accommodate the public. But that we should change the public to accommodate us. Very powerful statement. Continue.
Better you devote your full time to one thing only, not many things. That way, your enthusiasm and talents will have big effect by being concentrated. Therefore, kindly concentrate for producing books and magazines in European languages, as many as possible, and make this your life work. These books are the best advertising, and they are better than advertising. If we simply present Krishna consciousness in a serious and uh, attractive way without need to resort to fashionable slogans or tricks, that is sufficient. Our unique asset is our purity. No one anywhere can match it. That will be noticed eventually and appreciated. As long as we do not diminish or neglect the highest standard of purity in performing our routine work, not that we require to display or announce ourselves in very clever ways to get attention. No, our pure standard is enough. Let us stand on that basis. I hope this will meet you in good health and lively mood. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Yeah. How is the thing is going in the name of light? I forget this terminology. People are doing different songs. What is it called?
Bhajan clubbing, Maharaj.
Mantra rock dance or something?
Bhajan clubbing.
Bhajan clubbing, mantra rock dance, different. Yeah. It's good, but if by hook or by crook, we are, make them chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But at the same time, oh, if we do such a way, so many people will come. It is not that for so you change our Prabhupada has never changed himself. So already we have a successful person in front of us, Srila Prabhupada. Why should imitate other? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada, Gautam.